method of getting unstuck is trying to use a different method of problem solving. Now, we all have a preferred method of problem solving. Most people will argue about what the best method is, but it's really not about best, it's about preferred. It's about what we're comfortable with. It's about what we use all the time. The challenge is that our preferred method might be very, very effective, but if we use it a lot, it becomes almost habitual. You can do it on autopilot, and for many problems, that's great. It's efficient, it's effective, and I don't need to spend a lot of time learning how to use a different method. But when we get stuck, what happens is our brain is still on autopilot. Our brain is still in habitual problem-solving mode. And by changing methods, we get to unlock that. We have to think about it differently. So one of the reasons this works so well is that it's kind of like driving home in a different way, or driving on the other side of the road than we're used to, or swinging a golf club with the opposite hand. Whatever that example is, you have to think about how you're doing the work. You have to get out of autopilot mode. You have to get out of habitual mode. And now you're thinking differently about how you're doing the work. Just the fact that you're doing that allows your brain to interact with the problem in a different way. Now, there's a lot of different problem-solving methods from cheat trees to PDSA to A3s, and there's probably a different benefits to each of those different models and the many, many more that I'm not listing. And you should spend a little bit of time thinking about what model or what method might be useful in this particular instance for this particular problem. But the real value isn't finding the optimal method. It's simply about using a less familiar method. And so the value is in being different. And that being different unlocks our ability to think about the problem, interact with it in a different way, just like we're driving on the other side of the road. Now, the most common example that most people don't even consider is that if we were honest, our most common, our favorite problem-solving method is solving the problem in our head. It's not writing it down, it's not using a tool, but we still get stuck. We're trying to solve a problem in our head, we're thinking it through, and we're stuck. Well, that's a great time to try another method. And that other method can be as simple as starting to write it down, whether it's as informal as journaling or pulling out an A3 template and starting to use that. And so that's perhaps the most common example of the benefit of trying a different method of when we're stuck in our head, get out of our head and get to paper. So whether you're a facilitator, whether you're a coach, whether you're a problem owner or you're part of a team, many opportunities to just insert a different method, try something different to get us curious about how we're interacting and how we're thinking about that problem.